actually sweating. It is hot in here because the heat is blasting because it's like 20 degrees outside. Whew. And yeah, if you see that I'm wearing the same outfit as another video, it's because I'm recording 2 videos in one sitting, so I'm trying to get this out the way. And yeah. Hey guys, so it is Sarah Jane. I'm back with another bookish video. Today I wanted to talk about my 10 most recent reads. I think this spans back all the way to like June, so the past like 6 months. And I'm not a fast reader, I'm a mood reader, so I read about like 1 to 2 books a month, 3 if I'm like really like on it. These are my most recent reads, and all of these books I actually rated 4 stars and up. I found some of my favorites within the last 6 months. So I can't wait to share them with you guys. But okay, so the first one is The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. This is my most recent read. I finished this last week and I rated this 4 stars. This was really good. It deals with it deals with a very heavy topic of sexual assault, rape, definitely like, you know, some like mental health aspects to it as well. Trauma, big on trauma. So check the trigger warnings of this before you decide to pick it up. But it was very good. I think that it was definitely very hard to read even as a YA contemporary. So I rated this 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. Well, enjoyed it enough, like enjoyed it for what it is. Definitely not like the subject matter, because like why would I enjoy that? But yeah, if you get what I'm saying. And that's how I rate my books. I rate them by enjoyment, even though like people have different ways of rating their books. Some people rate them for many different reasons, but like I said, I do mine purely on enjoyment. The next one is XOXO by Axio, and I really like this one. So it is about a K-pop star meeting this girl, and okay, honestly, someone said this is like a Jungkook fan fiction, and I can like 100% totally see that. And I enjoyed it. I really liked it. The writing wasn't like the greatest. It wasn't you know, the most believable. Like I said, it kind of read as a fan fiction, but better. So if you like reading fan fictions, especially about like BTS, you would really like this. Also, it kind of read like a K-drama as well. If you like K-dramas too, you'll like this as well. The next one that I read was A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, and this one is a loved one by many. This whole series, I get the hype. Yeah, I read ACOTAR on a whim, and this actually ACOTAR is on this list of most recent reads, but I loved A Court of Mist and Fury. I think it will 100% be like my favorite one in the series, mainly because it follows Reese and Farah, and it went from like not just like enemies to lovers, but also it was kind of like a slow burn too. I don't know, I really enjoyed it. Like, I loved it more than I liked ACOTAR. And yeah, I read this one via audiobook. I don't have a physical copy. I do plan on getting like all of the ACOTAR books, but I read this via audiobook and I really recommend it. So the next one I read is A Court of Thorns and Roses. Sorry, I get them all mixed up because they have very similar titles. But A Court of Thorns and Roses, the first book in the series. And like I said, I do get the hype. It is a good book. I didn't like that it was kind of insta-lovey between Tamlin and Farah. But I guess like it makes sense to how like their love was compared to like Reese and Vera. Spoiler alert. um, but yeah, I rated Akatar 4 stars, while Hordemiston Fury I rated 5 stars because, like I said, it's my favorite one so far, even though I've only read 2 so far. Next one is another fave, and it's a very hyped book as well. A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I get it, why people love this book so much. By the way, I'm not doing synopses of these books. I'm just explaining, like my ratings for them and how much I like them. So this one definitely, depicted an abusive relationship, but I really enjoyed the writing and the story. I think it was very, I don't know what the word would be, but it was very beautiful writing. And I heard that the audiobook is really good, so I think I plan on rereading it via audiobook soon. But yeah, 5 stars. So the next one is a manga. It is a manga collector's edition, so it's Cardcaptor Sakura by Clamp, and it's volume 2. I have up to volume 4. I actually got 3 and 4 for Christmas. So I rated this 5 stars. I know that it's not like the best series. I rated it 5 stars purely for nostalgia reasons. I grew up reading these books, like the original manga, and I love them so much. And this was just like, they're so wholesome, and it's an amazing story as well. And these editions are gorgeous, and I love like the paper. There's the photo card if you guys want to see it. I love like the paper as well. That's like a weird thing to like in a book, but yeah. Alright, the next one that I read is Maybe You Should Talk to Someone by Lori Gottlieb, I believe is the author. And this one is about a therapist. She discusses some of her clients, as well as like her experience going to therapy. And I think that this is an important read, not just if you're in like the mental health field, but if just mental health interests you. I think it's an important read. I really enjoyed it because it was kind of meta of me, because I'm a therapist as well, reading about a therapist going to therapy. But yeah, I rated this 5 stars because it was my first nonfiction book that I read on my own volition that I really enjoyed. The next one is All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. I read this one via Kindle, but I borrowed it from the library, so I don't actually have a copy of it on my Kindle. But I really liked this one. I rated it 4 stars. It had a heavy subject matter for me. It was about a couple who couldn't conceive, and they're not necessarily newlyweds, but I was a newlywed at the time, and without going too personal, like that subject kind of is like a sensitive topic for me. So reading it was kind of interesting, and it kind of like pulled at my heartstrings. But it was a good book. It was my second Colleen Hoover book. So my next one is a very popular book right now. Like, it's all over Book Talk. It's like always sold out in bookstores. And I picked this up on a whim because I saw it on the Book Talk display in Barnes and Noble. One day we were just at Barnes and Noble just browsing, and I wanted to pick up an easy read to start reading there at Barnes and Noble, like while we were just like sitting in the cafe, like drinking coffee and reading. So it Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This book right here. You think it's gonna be like a regular like romance book, and like to me the the title, the cover, it all is just like deceiving, because this is about domestic abuse, physical domestic abuse, and it was very hard to read at times. Sometimes I had to like put it down because it was just very hard to read, but it was a really good book. I rated it 4 stars. I think I didn't rate it 5 stars because I didn't like all of the sex scenes, and I just like the end, because something happens that kind of like advances the ending in the story, and I just feel like I hate that trope. It's hard to explain without like giving spoilers, so just know that there's something in the end that I didn't like, and I didn't like all the sex scenes, even though like I understand, I get the whole point of them. It's to show like how crazy in love they were. But yeah, Team Atlas. That's all I have to say. Lastly is the least recent book that I've read, but it is definitely a favorite. It's The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. And I know a lot of people actually have this as one of their like worst reads for 2021, and like I get it. It wasn't amazing, but to me, I really liked it because of the dark academia and the vibes. So dark academia is my favorite subgenre. The Maidens. The dark academia vibes is like the main reason why I gave it 5 stars. I could not put this book down. Like, I read it in like 2 days, I think, and that's really fast for me. And it wasn't like a long book by any means, but I really enjoyed it. The plot twist was questionable, but like I said, I really enjoyed this, so I rated it 5 stars. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, all of these books were like 4 or 5 stars, so I think that was a very successful like 6 months of reading. But yeah, so those are the most recent reads that I have read, and I hope to read more, and then maybe I'll share them with you once I have a good list. I think like maybe like 10 books. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys either in a vlog or another video.